तो फ्रिक्शन फोर्स विल बी इक्वल टू m इंटू जी। अब फ्रिक्शन फोर्स क्या होगा? म्यू इंटू नॉर्मल रिएक्शन, right? This will be equal to mg. So from here, what is the value of n we can find here? N ka value can we determine? Yes, we can determine the value of normal reaction will be equal to m into a, acceleration which will be produced due to this force applied, right? ये normal reaction हो गया, and then mu into n, instead of n I'll write ma, that is equal to mg. So from here we can get the value of A, that will be G by mu into A. तो force क्या होगा? Force will be equal to total mass into acceleration. So that is m plus m. This is the mass, and acceleration is G by mu into A. There is no need to worry. We will solve simple questions again. So before I solve, you all are required to go through this. Yes, G by mu होगा. That's right, G by mu होगा. तभी तो ये एक्सीलरेशन निकलेगा. Quickly, all will do this. Number 4, इसको अच्छे से एनालाइज करो, then we will discuss. Quickly, all will do this number 4. So this is the block of weight W rests on horizontal plane with which its coefficient of friction is mu. इस plane का coefficient of friction mu है. Force P inclined at an angle theta as it is shown here is applied until it is on the point of moving. So that means I will project this force P cos theta and then P sin theta. How do we project the force? Such that the forces are along the plane and perpendicular to the plane. Now we can remove this force P. You have to find the value of theta for which P will be rest. P will be at rest. So at this point, as it is about to move, then the friction will be applied in this direction. That friction will be equal to mu into R. So normal reaction will be applied in this direction. So what will be the value of R? The block is in equilibrium. So P sin theta plus R, P sin theta plus R is equal to W. From here we can get R as W minus P sin theta. And now P cos theta is equal to mu into R. These are the two equations we have got. Now what we want to find? We want to find out theta for which P will be, okay, P will be least. So how can we find theta? Let me rearrange this equation and write it as W minus R is equal to P sin theta. So I'll divide the two equations. I divide this by P cos theta. I divide it by mu into R. So we get tan theta, or let us eliminate R, right? Because R is not given in the question. Let us eliminate R here. So I'll divide as it is. So mu R by R is equal to P cos theta by W minus P sin theta. So this gives mu is equal to P cos theta by W minus P sin theta. So it's given that P will be least. Let us rearrange such that we get expression for P. So cross multiply, we get mu into W minus P into mu sin theta is equal to P cos theta. Take this to the right, we get P cos theta plus mu sin theta is equal to mu into W. So P will be equal to mu into W by cos theta plus mu into sin theta. Now, what is given in the question? P has to be the least. That means P will be the minimum. So how P will be minimum? Under what condition this P will be minimum here? When the denominator is maximum. And when this denominator will be maximum? When this and this values are equal. So cos theta equal to mu sin theta. That means tan theta is equal to 1 by mu. So this gives theta to us as tan inverse mu. Tan inverse mu. Number 4, is it understood to all how we projected the forces, how we used the expressions? Let us do this number 5. This number 5 you all will do, and I'll call out the names randomly. You have to tell me the answer. So quickly, all will do this number 5. Quickly, guys, all will do. This is the simple question. Quickly, guys, no one has given me this answer. This one all should have done. Draw all the free body diagrams. Let us do this one, guys. Here we have the objects that are connected by string or the rope. So there will be tension, and two types of tension will be there because we have two different ropes, one here and the another here. So you are required to draw the free body diagram. There will be weight, that is 5 Newton. There will be tension, and here there will be tension. There will be normal reaction force N1. There will be its weight, that is 10 Newton, and the friction will be acting in this direction because it's likely to move in this direction. So that friction will be equal to mu. We will take this mu value into R. R here will be N1, right? So N1 is equal to 10. So zero point 0.2 into 10, that is 2 Newton. And for this 1 kg block, similarly, there will be weight, there will be normal force, and there will be tension in this direction, right? And there will be friction force of 2 Newton. And all the objects are accelerating. That's why you are required to find the acceleration. So just observe different objects. Let us say this is 1 kg on the extreme left. This is 1 kg object, and this is 0.5 kg object. Let us draw all the objects. Force acting on this. There is tension. There is friction force, and it is accelerating. We don't need to draw normal. Normal is just required to compute the friction force. On 1 kg, there will be tension. Let us say I name this tension as T1 and this as T2. Because the strings are different, tensions will be different. On 1 kg, there is yet T2 to the right, and there is friction force of 2 Newton, and it is accelerating. All the blocks are connected, so their accelerations will be same. 0.5 kg, what are the forces? 5 Newton weight, T2 tension, and it is accelerating. So you can just use Newton's second law now. So for this object, it is accelerating to the right. So T1 minus 2 is equal to m into A. That's one equation. Here it is accelerating to the right. So T2 minus T1 minus 2 is equal to m into A. And this is accelerating down. So this force is greater. So 5 minus T2 is equal to zero point 0.5 into A. So before I move on to compute, let me know all of you understood these free body diagrams as well as these equations. Quickly, all of you mark here in the poll. All right. So what we need to find? We need to find A. We need to find tension in the string connecting 1 kg block. That means T1 you have to find. And then tension in the string attached to 0.5 kg. That is T2. So basically you have to solve these three equations to get these three variables. So let us just try to solve. What we will do, T1 and T2 यहाँ से निकालते हैं. ये हो जाएगा 2 plus A. यहाँ से T2 क्या हो जाएगा 5 minus 0.5A. Let's put in this. So T2, that is 5 minus 0.5A, minus T1, that is 2 plus A, minus 2 is equal to A. Let us solve to get A. So 5 minus 0.5A minus 2 minus A minus 2 equal to A. So 5 minus 4 is 1, and these all things goes to the right. So A plus 0.5A. So we get 1 is equal to 2.5a, and this gives us the value of acceleration as 1 by 2.5, and that will be 0.4 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. Once we have found acceleration, we can get the values of T1 and T2. Let's put in this. T1 will be 2 plus a क्या था? 0.4, so it will be 2.4 newtons. Let's put in this 5 minus 0.5 into 0.4, that will be 5 minus 0.2, so that will be 4.8 newton. So all can have a look at this one here. Okay, next one we will do now. Now this number 6 you all will do. Just 2 more questions we have. तो जल्दी जल्दी करते हैं इसको. Number 6 quickly. Guys, no one giving me any answer. There are 3 objects here. You just need to draw 3 free body diagrams. Just observe the masses. ये masses काफी ज्यादा है 15 kg, so it will accelerate in this direction. तो ये अगर इधर एक्सीलरेट होगा तो ये ऊपर चला जाएगा और ये इधर आ जाएगा. So this is just the idea about acceleration. Just represent all the forces. ये एक string है, इसमें tension T1 होगा, इसमें tension T2 होगा. So let's say I want to draw the free body diagram of this 5 kg. तो इधर tension आ गया T1, इधर tension आ गया T2. And since it is moving to the left, तो friction किधर होगा? To the right, and that will be mu into R, right? Now the thing is, what will be the value of R? So R जो है reaction, that will be equal to its weight, 50 newtons, right? So R का क्या value आ गया? 50, and mu value is 0.2. So 0.2 into 50 क्या हो गया? 10. तो ये friction force हमने निकाल लिया 10 Newton. That's all we need, guys. It is accelerating to the left. That means this force is greater than these two forces acting in opposite direction. तो एक इक्वेशन मिला T1 minus T2 minus 10 is equal to m into A. Now observe this object. इसका वेट है 150 न्यूटन. टेंशन यहाँ पर क्या होगा? T1 लिया है स्ट्रिंग में, तो ये होगा T1. इट्स एक्सिलरेटिंग डाउनवर्ड, तो नेट फोर्स क्या होगा? 150 minus T1 is equal to mass into acceleration. ऑब्जर्व दिस ऑब्जेक्ट. टेंशन इसमें क्या लिया है हमने? T2. वेट क्या है? 50. एक्सिलरेटिंग अपवर्ड, so this force is greater, so net force will be T2 minus 50, and that will be equal to m into A. All of you understood these 3 equations? You can solve these 3 equations and get the value of T1 and T2. So quickly, all of you, solve the 3 equations and get the value of T1 and T2. Ankit Reddy, tell me the answer. Ankit will tell us for T1 and Atharv will tell us for T2. बाकी सब भी इसका वैल्यूज बताएंगे. Ankit and Atharv, let me know the values of this T1 and T2. You can hear me, Ankit and Atharv? T1 is 96 Newton, said by Ankit. Atharv, what's the value of T2 that you are getting? Atharv, you can hear me? Respond me yes or no. Atharv, you are present here, but it seems you are not in the class. T2 का वैल्यू क्या आएगा? 68 न्यूटन. ओके, just the thing is you have to understand how to frame these equations. इक्वेशन बन गया, that means just you have to solve them. और इक्वेशन बनाने के लिए हमें क्या करना है? We have to just draw the free body diagram. एंड द लास्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस ऑन फ्रिक्शन, इस क्वेश्चन को जल्दी करेंगे। Quickly, all will do this. Number 7. Quickly, all will do this, guys. So here if we draw the free body diagrams, there are two blocks on 30-degree incline. So this is block 4 kg and this is block 2 kg. And the coefficient between block 2 kg and incline is mu1. Between 4 kg and incline is mu2. That means यहाँ पर इस ब्लॉक पे जो फ्रिक्शन होगा that will be given by mu2 into its reaction. यहाँ पर जो फ्रिक्शन होगा that will be mu1 into its reaction. Well, how to get the reaction? If you see any object, its weight is here and this weight is projected. So this angle is theta. So this is mg cos theta and here we have mg sin theta. So normal reaction will be mg cos theta. So normal reaction in this 4 kg will be equal to m, that is 4 into g into cos 30 degree. So this is normal reaction in case of 4 kg. Normal reaction in case of 2 kg will be 2g cos 30. And the friction now will be equal to mu1 into n. And here on this, the friction will be mu2 into 4g cos 30 degree. You have to calculate the acceleration of 2 kg block if the value of mu1 and mu2 is given. So we will put the values of mu1 and mu2 here and draw the free body diagrams. So here for this 2 kg there will be the weight and how we have to consider the axis along the plane and perpendicular to the plane. So you have to project all the forces only along these two axes. तो mg को प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे, इधर क्या आएगा mg cos theta, इधर क्या आएगा mg sin theta, and these both will tend to move downwards. तो इसमें फ्रिक्शन किधर लगेगा? In this direction. That will be mu1 into 2g cos 30 degree, and this is accelerating. Also there will be normal force. So let's say that normal is n. So this normal will also be applied on this 4 kg and that will be equal. Now you have the diagram here for 2 kg as it comes down with acceleration a. So net force in this direction is greater than the force in the backward direction. So you have mg sin theta minus n minus this friction is equal to m into a, that is 2 into a. This is one equation. For this 4 kg here it will be mg sin theta. Here mass is 4 kg to be remembered and here mass is 2 kg. So mg sin theta in this direction and normal force in this direction only. So plus n minus friction in the backward direction minus mu2 into 4g cos 30 is equal to m into a. Here we need to find acceleration. So we don't want normal to find. So let us add these two equations. तो दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो ये n और n कट जाएगा. What we will get? mg sin theta, let us put the value 4g sin 30 plus 2g sin 30 minus mu2. What's the value of mu2? 0.3 into 4g cos 30 minus mu1, that is 0.2. 0.2 into 2g cos 30 is equal to 4a plus 2a, that is 6a. So from here we can easily find out the value of acceleration, that will be complete thing divided by 6. So let us find this value. 4g, I will take it as 10. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So 40 into 1 by 2, that is 20. 2 into 10. 20 into sin 30 is 1 by 2. It will be 10. Again here 4 into g is 40, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So it will be 20 into 0.3, that is 6 root 3, minus this will again be 20 into root 3 by 2. So 20 will become 10. So 2 root 3. And this is equal to 6a. So a will be now 30 minus 8 root 3 by 6 meter per second square. So all of you understood this one. There's nothing new that we learned. We just used the free body diagrams in all the cases. All of you understood this one. Now guys, point 3 तक जहां तक फ्रिक्शन था, we will discuss the homework questions of level 1 and level 2 on Monday. So Monday especially I'll note down the names जो respond नहीं करेंगे या फिर जो homework नहीं किए रहेंगे. I'll get the idea when I give some random question to do. So Monday ये homework discussion होगा till point 3. So let us move ahead now. So we have already talked about circular motion, that there is centripetal force which is necessary for an object to move in circular path. So let us suppose we are talking about a curved path. In this curved path, let's say we have a car which is going. So when this car is about to turn, तो इस पे friction किधर act करेगा? Can anyone tell me? Will it act towards the center or away from the center? When I am turning the car at any curved path, when I am turning, it's likely to slip in this direction. तो slip को कौन provide करेगा? कौन prevent करेगा? Friction. So friction will be acting towards the center, right? We always get the idea about the direction of friction by considering the tending direction of slipping or moving. And we see here that this is the object that is moving in circular path. That means there will be centripetal force, and there is no such force existing in nature. तो centripetal force किसके वजह से provide होगा? Friction force will provide the necessary centripetal force. Friction force will provide the necessary centripetal force so that object moves in this curved path. So we can say that friction force अगर ये F है, this will be equal to the centripetal force Fc. Centripetal force सभी को याद रखना है, क्या है? mv square by r या फिर mr omega square. So we will use this one. फ्रिक्शन फोर्स क्या होगा? म्यू इंटू आर. नाउ गाइस, कार अगर सरफेस पे है तो आर क्या होगा? mg, राइट? So mu into mg will be equal to the centripetal force, that is mv square by r. Now if you would all remember the equation, this cannot be used. What was the equation? That friction force was less than equal to mu into r, right? So friction force क्या है? It is providing the necessary centripetal force, means this is equal to mv square by r. This is equal to mu into r. From here we get that v less than equal to mu, ये r के जगह mg रखते हैं तो ये m और m कट गया, तो mu into gr root over. So what does this equation indicate? that the speed should always be less than equal to root of mu gr. अगर हमारा speed greater than root of mu gr होगा, then what will happen? The vehicle will slip, right? So this is the condition for not slipping, or you can say for turning safely. And what is the maximum speed with which a vehicle can turn through a curved road? Just use this expression. इसमें maximum क्या होगा? रूट म्यू इंटू जी इंटू आर. तो स्पीड हमेशा इससे कम होना चाहिए. अगर इससे ज्यादा स्पीड हुआ तो व्हीकल स्लिप होगा, कम होगा देन देयर विल बी सेफ टर्निंग. So all can write down the steps for turning on a plain road. You can say turning on leveled road. This is the first thing that we have done. Now we will see the turning on banked road. तो ये क्या होता है banked road and क्यों हम टर्न करते हैं banked road में? We will see it later on. But पहले ये कंडीशन सभी लिखेंगे और लिखते वक्त everyone will understand it once again. Okay, all would have noted this. And let us see the other condition now. What happens when we turn on a banked road? A banked road क्या होता है and why do we need this banked road? So if you all guys look at this diagram here, what can be understood? This road is not leveled. ये कुछ inclination पे है road, right? If I show more clearly, especially in the racings, जब भी हम racing करते हैं, then we bank the roads so that the driver can turn safely. Just look at this diagram here. The driver can turn safely. इसके लिए हमने रोड को कैसे बना दिया? लेवल पे नहीं रखा, उसको इंक्लाइन कर दिया, मतलब ऐसा रोड बना दिया. So let us see. This is the road, and we have banked the road at some angle theta. Banking the road means road with some inclination. Road with inclination. अब ये क्यों करते हैं? Let us see. What happens that when we go through a curved road, then there is slipping to the right, correct? तो इस slipping को avoid करने के लिए there are ways. First we can increase the roughness. How you can increase the roughness? By not using the soft materials to create the road. But there is a limiting factor here. You cannot increase roughness beyond a certain limit. मतलब अगर हमारा स्पीड क्रॉस हो गया मैक्सिमम वैल्यू के लिए, then this roughness won't help anymore. So for that purpose we bank the road. So banking of road is another way to prevent this slipping. So let us see how it prevents. Car is here. Let us see the free body diagram. There is weight. ये स्लिप इधर हो रहा है, मतलब फ्रिक्शन अब इधर लगेगा along the surface, right? This is the normal reaction, and the centripetal force will be acting towards the center, right? So now we will project all the forces along these directions. याद है we have said कि हम force किसी direction में project कर सकते हैं. So here we select this direction so that I can get the force along this direction and equate with the centripetal force. Because centripetal force, there is no such force existing. This is because of other forces. So if I project this F, we will get F cos theta in this direction and F sin theta in this direction. We will project this N, so ये theta होगा. So this will be N cos theta and this will be N sin theta, right? So what do we understand? That F cos theta plus N sin theta, this is the net force towards the center, so it will be mv square by r. This is one equation. Other equation, N cos theta will be equal to F sin theta plus mg, right? Now let us solve these two equations. Instead of F, we can write it as mu into r. Just observe how we are solving. N cos theta is equal to F के जगह mu into, अच्छा हमने नॉर्मल रिएक्शन N लिया है तो यहाँ पर N रख देते हैं. F के जगह mu into N, right? Till now I haven't done any more solving part here. So here what I will do, I'll take this to the left. तो हमारा इक्वेशन बनेगा N cos theta. Let me write here N cos theta minus mu into n sin theta is equal to mg, right? This is equation 2. Now I'll take the common here. इसमें से n कॉमन ले लिया और इसमें से n कॉमन ले लिया एंड वी डिवाइड करने पे ये n कट गया, बचा क्या? म्यू कॉस थीटा प्लस साइन थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय कॉस थीटा माइनस म्यू साइन थीटा. दिस इज इक्वल टू एम वी स्क्वायर बाय आर इंटू एम जी. क्या होगा? वी स्क्वायर बाय जी इंटू आर. Let me operate this more. Let me divide both the numerator and denominator by cos theta. तो म्यू cos थीटा बाय cos थीटा क्या होगा? म्यू प्लस साइन थीटा बाय cos थीटा क्या होगा? tan थीटा. डिनोमिनेटर में cos बाय cos क्या होगा? 1. साइन बाय cos क्या होगा? tan. सो म्यू tan थीटा इंटू जी इंटू आर इज इक्वल टू वी स्क्वायर. तो v क्या होगा? रूट ऑफ g इंटू आर इंटू म्यू प्लस tan थीटा बाय 1 माइनस म्यू tan थीटा. तो ये जो इक्वेशन है, this is the equation for the speed for safe driving. अब इस एक्सप्रेशन को अगर हमने याद कर लिया, दैट मीन्स वी कैन गेट द अर्लियर इक्वेशन. अर्लियर इक्वेशन में देखो, जब हम बात कर रहे थे टर्निंग ऑन अ लेवल्ड रोड, सो टर्निंग ऑन लेवल्ड रोड, इसमें थीटा क्या था? 0. तो जब हम थीटा यहाँ पर 0 पुट करेंगे तो tan 0 क्या हो जाएगा? 0. सो वी विल बी रूट जी आर इंटू म्यू प्लस 0 बाय 1 माइनस म्यू इंटू tan 0, दैट विल बी 0 अगेन. तो v क्या मिल जाएगा? रूट म्यू इंटू जी इंटू आर. और यही तो एक्सप्रेशन हमने उसमें डिराइव किया था. सो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, these both are giving us the safe speed for turning on a leveled road and on a banked road. और हम रोड को बैंक क्यों करते हैं? रोड को इंक्लाइन क्यों करते हैं? so as to prevent the slipping. so all can write down the information and इस एक्सप्रेशन को सभी याद करेंगे, only this one. इसको चाहो तो याद कर लो, नहीं भी करोगे तो you can derive from this one. And the proof is utmost important. So in the next class guys, we will discuss point 3 तक, point 2 और point 3 का level 1 and level 2 homework. And as I said, ये तो लास्ट डिस्कशन होगा फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम फ्रिक्शंस का. इसके क्वेश्चंस हम करेंगे, बट पहले ये डिस्कस करेंगे. सो आई विल कॉल आउट द नेम्स रैंडमली. तो सभी को ये होमवर्क सेक्शन अटेम्प्ट करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. Okay, all would have noted this. So all right guys, see you all in the next class with the homework section done. Bye everyone.